Number one in all-time hits at 4,256. Number one in games played at 3,562. Number one in at-bats at 14,053. And number one in singles at 3,215. This baseball legend won 3 World Series rings, 3 batting titles, 1 MVP of the league, 2 Gold Gloves, Rookie of the Year, and 7 All-Star appearances. Pete Rose was born on April 14, 1941 in Cincinnati, Ohio. He was one of 4 children of Harry Big Pete and Laverne Rose. Big Pete had been a boxer and a semi-professional football player and always encouraged Pete to participate in sports. Pete always credited his father as a model for his intense, hard-charging style that later earned him the famous nickname Charlie Hustle by legendary pitcher Whitey Ford. Pete Rose was one of the greatest professional baseball players of all time, achieving many great accomplishments. He was a big component of the Big Red Machine for the historic Cincinnati Reds that boasted back-to-back World Series championships in 1975 and 1976. After being traded to the Phillies, he helped them win their first World Series title in franchise history in 1980. He spent a partial season with the Montreal Expos before returning back to the Cincinnati Reds as a player-manager where he would finish his career. On September 11, 1985, he broke Ty Cobb's 57-year-old hit record of 4,192 hits and ended his career in 1986 with 4,256 hits. With all of his career accomplishments, he would have been an easy first ballot Hall of Famer. In 1988, allegations arose that he was betting heavily on sports, including bets on his own team and the sport of baseball. This was a violation known as Rule 21 that is displayed in every major league clubhouse and comes with a hefty penalty of a lifetime ban in the sport. A special counsel was put in place to investigate the allegations, and a detailed report called the Dowd Report was produced. The findings detailed substantial evidence that concluded Rose bet on Major League Baseball games, including the ones the Reds were playing. Rose adamantly denied the allegations and filed suit against Major League Baseball. In August of 1989, the Major League Baseball commissioner ended up cutting a deal with Rose due to the negative press in the sport, which included Rose accepting a lifetime ban to Major League Baseball. This ultimately would disqualify him from being able to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Rose has requested reinstatement to the sport several times, but the request has always been rejected by the baseball commissioners. This is a topic often spoke about today by his fans and baseball writers. Pete Rose was one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball and one I grew up idolizing. Although few players have come close, his all-time hit record has stood the test of time. Unfortunately, all his accomplishments will always be tarnished due to a gambling habit. Although decades have passed since his incident, it is still considered one of the biggest tragedies that has ever happened in the game. I highly doubt he will ever get reinstatement back into baseball, which will keep him out of the Hall of Fame forever.